If you are updating a classic D&D villain for a modern audience, the instinct can sometimes be to sanitize things, but for the Scarlet Brotherhood in my Hepmonaland sourcebook, I'm taking the opposite approach. I'm highlighting their racism explicitly because, in a game about heroes, it's incredibly satisfying to punch a Nazi. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm talking about a big red elephant in the room of the Greyhawk setting, the Scarlet Brotherhood. A few weeks back, I made a post on my Substack about rewriting one of the Brotherhood's creations, the Breadthralls. My goal was to move them away from uncomfortable, antiquated tropes of forced breeding and towards something that felt more like clinical arcane horror. But that post led to a lot of comments, and it brought up the unavoidable truth about the Scarlet Brotherhood. They aren't just an evil empire, they're explicitly a racist empire. Their entire philosophy, their whole motivation for existing is the belief that the Suelese people are the master race, destined to rule all of Earth. They see everyone else, Aurelian, Flan, Backlunish, Allman, and all the demi-human races alike, as mongrels or inferior peoples who are only fit for servitude. When updating older D&D content for 2026, there is this valid concern. Developers and DMs worry that including themes of hatred and racism, even in villains, might make players feel unsafe at the table. And that is a huge concern. Safety tools are essential for a reason. You never want your players, especially those from marginalised groups, to feel like they are being targeted or harassed by a villain you control. But my argument is that we don't need to sanitize these villains, we just need to be clear about why they are villains. By keeping the Brotherhood as unrepentant supremacists, we give the players something incredibly valuable, a guilt-free target. There is no moral grey area here. You don't need to debate the nuances of their philosophy or wonder if the Lich King has a valid point about tax policy. The Scarlet Brotherhood represents an ideology that is fundamentally incompatible with a diverse, cooperative world. They are total villains. They are an existential threat, and that makes them the perfect foil for the core conceit of almost every D&D game. Think about your typical adventuring group: a dwarf cleric, an elven rogue, a tiefling warlock, and a human fighter. By all rights, this group shouldn't work, but they do. They are a diverse coalition. They are a found family. They work together, share resources, and protect each other. The Scarlet Brotherhood, in contrast, is a monolithic, exclusionary hierarchy. The conflict isn't just good versus evil. The Brotherhood transforms the campaign theme into a battle of diversity versus purity. However, you cannot just drop unfiltered hatred into a game and hope it works. That requires care and collaboration with your players. In the Hepmonaland sourcebook, I've detailed exactly how I'm framing this to ensure the characters hate the Brotherhood, not that the players feel targeted. Here is how you run this. Punching up, not down. The narrative must never validate the Brotherhood's beliefs. They are never depicted as noble but misguided. They are arrogant, cruel, and ultimately wrong. Their obsession with purity is consistently shown to be their weakness. They underestimate and dismiss mongrel races at every turn, and that hubris is almost always the cause of their defeat. Institutional versus personal bigotry. The Brotherhood's racism should be cold and institutional. Systems, policies, and laws, rather than just a string of slurs thrown at the players. They view non-Suel as resources to be exploited, or obstacles to be removed. This depiction is often more chilling, and crucially, it is less personally triggering for players than experiencing visceral, targeted bigotry. The Traitors. We must emphasise that biology isn't destiny. Not all Suel are Brotherhood. The inclusion of Suelese NPCs who fight against the Brotherhood, like the barbarians of the Florian Peninsula, or renegade mages who fled the Order, proves that the Brotherhood doesn't speak for the race, they just claim to. So, thanks for watching. If you want to see my original post, including my notes on rewriting the Breadthralls, you can check out that at my Substack linked below. For For the Hepmonaland project, I'm continuing to post updates there. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing and leaving a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer nuanced villains, or do you love the catharsis of having a villain you can hate without reservations? Until next time.